Sexual harassment of women has always been a matter of concern for India, especially at the workplace. It is extremely saddening that most women are hesitant to report matters of sexual harassment due to the fear of losing their jobs. It is the responsibility of the early stage businesses to provide a healthy and safe environment to their female employees from the onset of their business through initiating compliance under POSH. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Shubhangi Jain and today I would be discussing about compliance under POSH for early stage businesses. So let's get started with the discussion. First of all, what is POSH? POSH is an acronym for Protection of Women from Sexual Harassment Act 2013. The act was implemented with the aim to prevent and prohibit sexual harassment at workplace. It must be noted that the act includes all the women of the organization, such as the clients or any other women in the organization, and is not just restricted to the female employees of that organization. Now, we would discuss about the steps involved in compliance under POSH. Step 1. Formulation of a POSH policy. The first step to ensure compliance under POSH is drafting a well-defined POSH policy of the organization. The policy must clearly mention the acceptable and the unacceptable norms, the definition of sexual harassment, the responsibility of the employer, the redressal mechanism, and any other relevant provisions. The policy should be drafted in a simple language which is comprehendible by each member of the organization. The job offer letter and the employment contract must mention that the organization adheres to the compliance under POSH and promotes a safe and healthy environment. Step 2. Constitution of Internal Committee. According to the POSH Act, every organization with more than 10 employees must constitute an internal committee, that is, a team that handles the sexual harassment complaints of its employees. The committee should comprise of the following members. First, a senior female employee as the preceding officer, two internal members who have experience in social work or are committed towards working for the cause of women, and an external member who is a part of the NGO or any organization committed to working towards the cause of women harassment. It is important to note that the external member should not have any other relationships with the organization in order to ensure that the presence of non-biased member in the internal committee. The internal committee is required to accept the complaint and provide redressal of the same within 90 days. Step 3. Display of the POSH posters. The Act mandates every organization to take adequate measures for the prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. One such measure is the display of POSH posters in the required places, which must mention the consequences of sexual harassment at workplace. Step 4. Arrangement and awareness programs for the employees and the internal committee. It is important to arrange awareness programs for the employees and the internal committee members to promote a better understanding of the provisions of the Act. Features of POSH awareness sessions. It should be conducted at regular intervals. The organization must include real-life examples to enhance the effectiveness of the training sessions. Third, the training must communicate about the roles and responsibilities of the employees of the organization rather than just being restricted to unacceptable behavior and norms. Fourth, the managers must attend the training session. They are usually the first person of contact for the aggrieved employees along with the internal members to facilitate effective disposal of the cases. Step 5. Providing assistance for completion of the inquiry. The next step in compliance under POSH for early stage businesses is providing assistance for the completion of the inquiry. According to the Act, the organization must provide assistance to the internal committee, local authorities, and complainant for the successful completion of the inquiry. Step 6. Submission of annual report. The final step in compliance under POSH is the submission of annual report by the organization to the district officer at an early stage under sections 21 and 22 of the POSH Act. The annual report should consist of the following information, such as the details of the organization like the name, the registered office, the registration number. Second, the total number of complaints received by the organization. Third, the number of complaints against which the action has been initiated. Fourth, number of complaints under investigation pending for more than 90 days. Nature of the actions taken, total number of employees in the organization together with the total number of employees who have undergone the POSH training. The organization must note that compliance under POSH is mandatory for every organization and the non-compliance of the same can lead to penalties. So let's discuss the penalties for non-compliance under POSH. Any employer who fails to comply with the compliance under POSH will be liable for the fine of rupees 50,000. If the employer is unable to adhere to the compliance for the second time, he shall be liable for the equivalent to twice the amount of the first time. At worst, the non-compliance might result in the revocation of the license, permit or the registration of the business, and the employer will be prohibited from conducting the business. I would like to conclude this video by saying that it is essential for the employer to complete the compliance under POSH for early stage businesses to avoid any penalties and provide a safe working environment to the women in the organization. That's all for the video. I hope you found it informative. For more such videos, please subscribe to the channel and in case of any queries, contact Enterslice.